just echo what Laura has expressed with regard to a very warm welcome to International Headquarters. This is our house. This is where we live and have our being as we give leadership to the International Salvation Army. And I realize that there are a number of you who are not accustomed to enjoying this good space. So very warm welcome to each of you today. This is an incredible day, and if I don't stick to the few notes that I have, then you'll be here much longer than you had planned. So here we are on this day, while the world is watching the unfolding of great strife. Can we turn off whatever is going on with such things? Just going to wait a minute and see if we can. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the other, more quieter speakers that are going to come later. Are we okay? There we go. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to begin my comments by acknowledging what's happening in the world today in relation to Ukraine. I want to do that in the context that our international leader roster is struggling to lead in a world that's fraught with strife. And while I say that, I come back to living and walking with communities and suggest to you today that the very essence of what our good friends have captured is where the best of humanity finds its expression. And it happens despite the political failures that we find in the world in which we live. So I want to applaud this morning the reality of positivity, even though we're in the shadow of something incredibly dark and devastating for us. I'm convinced that any investment in health and healing in community that is accompanied by the journey of faith and the expression of love can change local contexts, can change community. I don't believe that just because these people have exemplified it. I believe it because I have seen it and have been a part of that kind of reality. The best piece of that is this, that there's a ripple effect that comes out that spreads beyond the immediate community of transformation to others. My hope today is that somewhere in the very heart of humanity, there's a ripple that is able to literally submerge the darkness of the world that we see today. I think many of us can find in our stories moments of disappointment in our world. The idea of stronger together has perhaps failed us, or we've had difficulty with these kinds of realities. But as failure sometimes presents itself, it's the overwhelming strength and ability of strength in community that seemingly can take over these moments of failure or disappointment. Now, many people are saying today, I can't wait for things to be normal. Oh, be careful what you wish for. The last 10 years is not the normal that I want for the world going forward. And I've kind of adjusted my sense of longing for normal, because what I would like to see as normal is the stories that you're telling in this wonderful rendition that you've given to us. I hope that we can find this kind of reality day by day. So I resonate with walking with communities because I've seen the images and the faces and the beneficiaries of folks who've discovered what that's all about. Commissioner Rosie and I have just returned from Monrovia in Liberia. And again, we've seen this integrated mission and this walking with community exemplified in ways in which strength and positivity and the whole idea that we are stronger together and that nothing is too great that it can't be overcome. If that's a mountain, it's there to be climbed, not to be stumbled over or to be a barrier. I expect that in many settings around the world, through our efforts to do just what you've described, that there's an opportunity to see measured outcomes that are all glory to God. Ian and Alison have recalled and written, I know you don't all have your copy yet, but I do. No point being general, you can't have a few privileges. They've recalled stories, you know, and stories about these community experiences. That's just a sample, isn't it? Just a sample. The other ones exist in their memory and in their experience, and in each instance, the continued impact continues on. And frankly, will, as we sometimes say, only be recorded in eternity. There's substantial evidence that any community is better when it is walking in community with each other, stronger together. And I commend our friends for capturing that for us. I'd like to suggest today, Ian and Alison, that this book is a means of inspiration for any who would read it. I'd like to suggest that it's a good milestone marker, even within the organization that I love and serve for the glory of God, that as a Salvation Army we can even deeper into the context of what is meant by what you've recorded. And so today I want to thank you and commend you for capturing the stories and the examples of what it really means to experience community in this way. And while I'm doing that, I'm offering my congratulations to you both and my thanks on behalf of a grateful Salvation Army that's known the benefit of your service over many years. And I say that with all sincerity today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to acknowledge the launch of this book today, but even greater, my privilege to acknowledge these two good people and to invite Ian to come now and address us. Lord bless you both.